Fits perfect on a ASUN VOOD65V9 WO Super Micro Motherboard Micro ATX DDR3 1600 LGA 1150 Motherboards X10 SLLFO W/ASUN BOOKB4A2 SAW Intel Xeon Processor E3-1231V3B3 44 LGA 1150 BX80646 E31231V3 Fan removal with the wire clips make installation a breeze. I was using the stock Xeon heatsink that's included with the processor. Seeing temps of 80-90°C was normal. With the Noctua cooler I can't seem to get it above 50°C. This CPU cooler comes highly recommended. I replaced the stock cooler on my Ryzen 3600. You have to install the cooler before installing the fans. The packaging was two-notch. It's been running for about 30 minutes, very quiet. I purchased this to replace a giant Cooler Master after the 6-year-old thermal paste degraded and nearly resulted in a fried CPU. I would not have been able to reuse the Cooler Master without disassembling half of the PC and finding a driver with a 90-degree bend to fit under the heatsink. The install with this Noctua was a breeze. I didn't have to remove a single component to do so. It managed to keep the old overheated/unstable i7-3770K under 61 degrees Celsius during the light gaming that I was using it for. I added a second Noctua 120mm fan for push/pull. The color scheme ends up looking pretty nice, but the aesthetics might not be right for every build. This went into my old Corsair case with no plastic or tempered glass window, so the aesthetics didn't really matter in my case. TLDR, it went in easy, it's quiet and effective, and I would definitely recommend this to anyone looking for top-notch air cooling. There are many other reviews out there with legitimate hardware data, so don't take my word for it. I had the Hyper 212 Evo and replaced it with this. Love it as the installation was very easy compared to the 212 Evo. I was also able to use this with no problems with the memory cards as they are high profile. I am using it with the push/pull configuration and the temps are from 27 to low 30s. Very effective. Some complained about the color, which does not bother me as I am impressed with its performance. Noctua, EMO, it's the leader with the air cooling CPU systems. There are, be quiet, followers. Noctua is the leader. But it's got the brown ugly fan. You may say. For me, it's what makes the difference. I don't care for RGB stuff and the boring black, the brown fan is why I keep coming back to it. Managed to fit this into a Corsair Carbide Series Spec 01 case. I have a Gigabyte 990 FXA 3R5 with an AMD FX 8320 overclocked to 4.5 GHz. I had to mount my top fans outside of the case to pull it off, and the door slightly hits the heat pipes, but it works. I also purchased the extra fan, and my temps barely break 50°C during stress testing. They usually sit around 25°C idle. Great cooler for my Skylake build. I did take the ugly fan off and put in a Bitfenix Spectre Red 120mm fan. I have a red and black theme. See picture. This bad boy keeps my i5 6600K nice and cool. Easy to install and no moving parts like a water cooler. It will work forever. Here is a link to an Asus build with JJ. He loves this cooler and uses it a lot in his builds. YouTube. com/watch. V = 4A4A7LF Oxoy. When I was shopping for a cooler, I needed something smaller than what I have seen. Not something that was going to take over my case, and this did the job well. I eventually purchased a secondary fan and at idle it is so silent that I have to press the spacebar to see if it is on, at full blast way. Click link in description for more reviews.